welcome to another episode of Poolzcast. Today we have a special guest, Stan from the Paysenger team. Thank you, Stan, for joining this episode of Poolzcast. Just to kick off the first question and introduction, please introduce yourself and also talk a bit about your role in Paysenger.
Hi guys, hi everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Stan and I'm CEO and co-founder of Paysenger. And we do amazing tool for content creators. That's actually more than 40,000 creators already love it and they use it. So what we do is in a simple ways, we helping creators to monetize their talents, their expertise, and relationship with audience. So it's like a paid chats, memberships. I will speak about it more later. But in a nutshell, if you are the content creator or influencer or musician, podcaster, everyone who has some audience, so you can use Paysenger to start earning money, like fiat money. And additionally, you can earn some tokens if your content that you produce really become very quality and the people amazed about it. So my history and my background, I do web and mobile development since I graduated university like 13 years ago. And I have my digital studio in the past, and we built more than 50 apps and mobile apps, social networks, e-commerce, marketplaces for my clients. It's like international clients and local clients. So I have the huge experience how to build the products. And two other co-founders, one of them is huge experience in the financial. So he has one unicorn already. So he's more experienced than me because I built just a small business, like 50 employees, like, few millions revenue, but he do the billion plus valuation business. And he helped us a lot how to structure the company, how to manage the people, because he has 2,000 employees and now we have until 5 employees. So it's a big difference. And another co-founder, he's from creator side. That's why we do in the creators, because one of the co-founder, he was producer for 30 plus creators and he helped them to grow, helped them to monetize the influence. So this is like background from my side and the co-founding side. Yeah,
amazing. Now tell us a bit about the platform itself. You touched on it, but with a bit more detail, that what is like unique about it? What's the unique selling point that you're offering?
Sure. Can I share my screen?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure.
So what we do in the Paysenger, you can find it's on the web, paysenger.com. If you have not found it yet, please go. You can also download the app Paysenger in App Store, Google Play Market. We have a lot of users already and downloads, more than 500,000. You will find the creator section. So it's different various of categories of creators, coursemen, scientists, entrepreneurs, IT specialists, Web3 QLs. And then you can find what they can do for you. For example, the El Jaboom, one of the earliest ambassador and the huge influencer for the Binance, who is also our advisor and ambassador. You can text him and he will reply to you, give you some advice about your project. For example, it costs just $50 is the text response from him. Or you can get from him video request or the video call, and it will cost $1,500 for you. So first, what can creators do? It's monetize their time and their expertise in the paid chats, in the text requests, on the video requests. The second one is different creators can do the memberships. Some of them choose regular recurrent revenue. So they want that subscriptions, the subscribers pay them little money, like $10, $5, $1, but they paid every month, right? So this is, for example, the guy, also huge influence with 1 million+ followers. He do some $1 per month membership. You can join and see his unique content on the Paysenger. You can also ask his promotion. You can ask his some questions and he will reply to you. So this is the main features, like chats, paid chats. It's how we start the Paysenger, right? That's why it's called Paysenger. We integrate the payments and the messaging. The second, membership, you subscribe and pay monthly. So the second is, the third one is the request for the content. You can request some media content. Now we have a lot of AI designers because it's a huge trend topics, and we now also integrate the AI. So you can ask people to create AI artwork for you. And some of them do it really amazingly. You can find a lot of different requests from the different people, like for just $15, he will create amazing artwork for you. And at the end, after you will receive your artwork, you can mint this media content as NFT. And in future, use it in our NFT marketplace or in other NFT marketplaces. So this is where we integrate the Web3 technology. important thing that I want to mention is that in Paysenger, you don't obligate to be exactly Web3 native user, because the most audience of creators, they are not Web3 native, right? And we have like huge creators whose audience do not really understand what is the Web3, how the crypto works. So we integrate the payments in the bank account, the PayPal. So you can use simply your bank account or PayPal to withdraw money or to top up money. And then what we can do, it's you also can earn some ego tokens on the platform only if you earn real money on the platform. So it's not like play to earn, like when we pay for the users just for the simple actions. We pay them for only variable actions in ego tokens. And on these tokens, they can purchase different levels on the platform. So it's kind of make the social network more gamified way. So you need to upgrade your levels of the profile. It will open you different benefits. You can become hungry artist in the beginning, right, to get the status badge and be able to claim your tokens. Then you go to second level. And on the second level, you can automatically mint all content on the platform as NFT. And it's quite cool thing that you don't need to spend money for minting, or you don't need to always think, okay, I need to mint at the end of the way. So you can more coverage in the posting, you can more coverage in your profile. So people will see you, we will give you more attention on the next level. And so on and so on. So we have 4 levels for creators and 7 levels for regular users. You can find it, and it's very easy to go into, you know, and to start to play this creators game in the Paysenger. I guess this is the main thing that I want to mention, right? This is the section for the brands that we integrate with. So we have the pay text, means the brand can request some content from the hundreds of creators at the same time. If we already do few branding campaigns, and now we're preparing the huge partnerships with Telefonica, is the biggest mobile operator in the world. So, and we have strategic partnerships. So they will be here and they will ask some creators to produce content for Telefonica. And this should be really huge because Telefonica has like 300 million clients. I mean, audience of this mobile operator, right? They will create the pay tag, and then the creators will do content that Telefonica asks them to do. And not only creators, regular users also can do this and earn some tokens or earn some fiat money. So this is what Paysenger is about. It's about create content, to do it in a quality way, to earn some money if you're a creator, or to earn some tokens if you are the regular audience, but you still will produce valuable content. So this is what about.
Wow. Thanks a lot for the info. Definitely very helpful to visualize the functionality. Now, the next question is, I mean, you've touched on a lot of it already, but let's say, what is a key differentiator between you and if you feel there is a competitor in Web3 space?
Yeah, so the thing is, because one of our mission is to become a bridge between Web2 and Web3, right? We become like hybrid company that's all the users can use us, and we do adoption among the user journey. So you become the Web, then you start to receiving some NFT from creators, and we tell you, hey, to receive it, you should have MetaMask, and you're like, oh, I want to receive it. It's a bonus, right? It's a cool thing. When you already want to receive something, only in that moment we tell you, hey, this is the Web3 man. You should set up MetaMask. This is how it works. So we educate user. That's why this is one of our advantage, that we do not limitate our audience. Some Web3 platforms, like they try to copy Patreon, right? And they say we Patreon for the Web3. But we say we do not compete with the Web3 startups. We are strong enough to compete even with Web2 startups. So the Patreon is one of our competition. We just do like 5-6 valuable features more than Patreon, right? That we have the NFTs, we have not only subscriptions, but the paid chats, we have paid content requests, so we have branded requests. It's quite like, you don't need to use the 5 services like Patreon for one, like Hyperauditor or something for another. If you are the creator, the Paysenger will be enough for you to use all of this feature and don't have 5 accounts on different services. Because creators basically hate to spend the time. They have very little time, a lot of attention coming to their profile, to their personality. And by the way, that's why we call our token ego, you know, because it's about your personality, your identity, how you are represent yourself in social and digital. And it's not about like the bad ego is about just the social personality of every person that's have it. The last what I want to mention as adventure is most of the Web3 companies and the teams, they began their journey as the Web3 native team, you know, and they do not have experience. They think like, oh, we create the token and it will be enough, or we create the cool idea and it will be enough. We create some hype. But actually, I know when I build the 50 plus projects, that's at first very difficult to build a project that will be sustainable, scalable, and will find the real values from the users. So the Web2 experience and the business experience, it's one of our advantage. And one of founder who built already 2 billion plus company, right? He is know how to scale the business in the right way. Because a lot of teams, they do amazing project, but because they don't have enough management skills, business skills, the team in the end grow slow or something happens, some conflicts. Basically, this is one of the biggest problem on the startups. They don't find product market fit, or they have problems between the team communication and how to manage the company. Yeah.
No.
So this is in a nutshell.
Totally makes sense. Thanks for that answer. Very clear. Now, we've already covered some of the team members, but if you could talk a bit about some of the partners that you have, some of the backers that you have in Web2 and Web3, that would be amazing.
Sure. So we do the project not alone because we have huge experience in Web2, but our advisors and partners, they have huge experience in Web3. And the part of the team who work with them and myself, we do a lot of, we take a lot of them from these people. Web3 is quite early market, right? And it's still quite chaotic and a lot of weird stories there. And they help us to avoid all these, mistakes that typical team do. The first, we have the partners with a Consensus. Consensus is one of the oldest company that's helped a lot of projects to strive. They built the MetaMask. They was one of the founders of the Ethereum, and now they have one of the best accelerator in this area. But they choose only a little amount of projects, so it's about 20 or 25 projects. Accelerator started December last year, and which will go until the December. And we got lucky and choose by one of these projects. So we got accelerated by Consensus. They help us a lot as the expertise, and they help us to get Amazon and Google grants in $200,000 for the creators infrastructure. And this is also help because the servers cost a lot, and especially the AI models that I speak later will cost a lot. And the second, so thanks for Consensus. The second is the Polygon and the BeBean chain. So the Polygon initially help and support us, and we do the cross-chain with our NFT marketplace. So first network was the Polygon that we support, and they support us a lot, and they backed us. And the second, now we create the BNB chain because we start to build strong relationships with the BNB, and we have ambitious goal to be listed on the Binance until the end of this year. So we have some metrics we need to achieve, like the big metrics, how we need to grow. And that's why we choose them as the priority network now. And the second, because they also have huge creators coverage. So we have the common goals to work with creators. And I like the Binance Live, how they basically move with creators. So, and one of our advisor and the huge influencer, he's also early ambassador of the BNB and a friend of the CZ. So that's why we kind of choose to build partnerships with them. The next one is the TrustCon, is the World Blockchain Summit. We was one of the co-hosts of Blockchain Summit on the last year. So it's biggest events in the Dubai. When we co-hosting the whole event, meet the Sheikh of the Dubai and Arab Emirates, meet the big people from there, get some investors from there. And we, on this, how we co-host, we just co-organize it. And the people on the event use the Paysenger to meet each other. So they like, oh, this is huge influencer. I want to spend like $50 and meet him on the event. I want to chat with him. So this was really good partnerships for us. About the VC side is the XT Labs, BTS Ventures, and Gains Associates. This is our partnership VC. Some of them invest in us. Some of them do partnering with us and help us with the demo days or introduce to another VCs. And a few another projects that help us to grow is like ecosystem, IME, Trezor, Collective Webs, and a few wallets that we're launching now. And one of the biggest that we signed just today is the Telefonica, the biggest mobile operator. It's huge brand partnerships that bring us a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks a lot for a detailed answer. Amazing partnerships that you've achieved. Now, Can you talk a little bit about your plan and roadmap, like upcoming ones?
Yeah, so the most important today in 3 hours, if it's video will go maybe later tomorrow. So 6 July, we have the listing on the Bybit and the KuCoin. And this was also the big achievement for us. Just yesterday, we successfully sold out on DAOmaker launch pads. And early in the beginning of this month, we do partnerships with launch pads, like with the Pools that help us with the KLs, with the TrustPad, Bullperks, Gamify. So one of the best launchpads from the market. The next we will go our mainnet. Of course, after we go successfully listing, I hope it will be successful. Market is still complicated, very low volumes, etc. But we still decide to go because we just need to move on. And the next will be mainnet. It will happen in 1.5 months. Before mainnet, we launch our AI feature. It will require a lot to speak about our AI feature, but we already trained the models like 2.5 months. And these models can do amazing things. So you can not only communicate or request content from creator and Paysenger. Soon you will be able to request content from AI model of this creator. So creator don't need to do anything. He just need to train its own AI models and then gets paid for AI model create content based on his portfolio. And this is amazing thing because a lot of creators suffering from the AI. AI use their portfolio, but do not get anything back. So we are the first creators platform that will give creators back on each interactions with the AI. And this will be also the big announcement and the huge push on the market from our side. The next, we will onboard more creators. Now we have 40,000. Until the end of this year, we plan to do 150,000 creators, and we plan to reach the 3 million users on the platform. So next, we will grow our partnerships network. That's already worked quite nice. It's a talent agencies, music studios, different labels that can onboard the musicians, different creators, influencers. And we have affiliate and program for them. So they earn from every earnings of this creator who they onboard. So we develop B2B partnerships direction. And then push more marketing. As platform already done, basically most of the features work. The next we will update our creators AI feature. And what we will do is just focus on marketing, onboard more creators, more users to get listed on the Binance, and then to get just #1 platform for creators.
Amazing. Very, very coherent, very good roadmap. Thanks for sharing. Now, going about the ego token, which you already mentioned, what's the meaning? Maybe talk a little bit more about the utility, the tokenomics, and why users and investors should hold it. You covered some, but in more detail.
Sure. So as I mentioned, we have a hybrid model, right? You can start use platform without any tokens, without MetaMask or some account. But meanwhile, using platform, you will find that's the most cool features like interacting with the AI models, for example. You cannot do without staking or without holding some ego tokens. If you want to buy and receive some NFTs from these creators, you can receive media content from creator without ego, right? But with ego, you can receive it as NFT. Means you can hold it, you can get some tokens in future if it's become popular, or you can sell it. So basically, receiving and buying NFTs, it's the first utility. The AI feature and interacting with creators with the AI is the second. If you don't want to pay 20% commission as creator, so you should start to receive payments in ego tokens because you will have 0% commission. And it's like 20% in the whole year. I mean, if creator earn like $70,000, it's quite the amount, right?
Big
You
money.
don't want you don't want to give us $20,000. Why you need to do this? Just better hold the token, buy the token, and hold it. So we also push creators from this side to use the tokens, and we push the users to use it because they cannot use creators in the full spectrum without ego tokens. You can spend a lot of money chat with creator, but imagine if you have maximum level of loyalty and hold a lot of ego tokens in our platform. You can chat with creator who costs $10 per message before for free. So you don't need to pay creators for every message if you really the kind of the maximum level on the Paysenger. Some things you can get for free. The next one, if you remember, I mentioned the memberships. So you need to pay every month $2, $5, $10 to get unique content from creator. So also on the some level, on the certain level, if you spend tokens, you can get this content also for free. Not for all creators, but you should choose your favorite one, and we will open it for you. So kind of the platform will pay for this creator, and you will see this content for free. So this is basically all the features they have touch with Ego tokens. So we do not push you in to say, hey, you should buy it initially, but we say, hey, if you really want to get, nice things, if you don't want to spend more money, you should be holder of Ego tokens. And the last thing I want to mention is these levels that I showed before. To claim new level, you need to burn tokens. So we do not take these tokens from you. But every time creator and the user open up new level to get new feature on the platform, they have to burn tokens. As higher level, as higher amount of tokens we should burn. So that's why it's like deflational model that will help in the long term. Not in the short term, of course, but in the long term, it will be very helpful for the community.
Definitely a good deflationary model there.
Yeah.
Now, next question is sort of relevant on the back of this. Now, on the other side, how does this platform and the token lead to revenue generation for you?
Sure. So we have three main business models. The first one is this transactional business model. Now we have about 6 or 7,000 trade requests a month between creators and users when they pay for the chats or when they pay for subscriptions. So it's 10,000 amounts of these transactions. The amount of money is about $50,000, like the latest months. And so the 20% of this revenue go into the platform. The second revenue generation, as I mentioned, the brands. We do already 2 brands campaign. One with United Nations. It was the social impact campaign in the early June, connected with the Global Ocean Day. And the second was the application for the health. It's called Ornament. So, and they pay for reward the users, right? So they pay like 10K, 20K, 50K to creators start together challenge and create the content of this topic. So we take from 30 to 50% commissions from the brands. From the user, we take 20%. From the brands, we take 30, 50%. Because we give them full exposure, a lot of creators. So that's why it's high. And the last business model is the NFT royalties. So the platform took up to 5% royalties on every NFT that's been sold on the platform. So transactions between users, transactions from the brands, and the NFT royalties.
Awesome. Great. Talking about community, could you talk a little bit about activities that you've already had, any campaigns, any testing event, testnets, and anything if it's upcoming with potential rewards for the users?
So for community, how we do rewards for community, right? There's the question. And as every Web3 project, we have the different airdrops campaign, and we have ambassadorship program. Our ambassadorship program is really fun and interesting. If someone want to join, please chat us in Telegram group and ask the community moderators to send you a link. Basically, we do performance tracking, what ambassador do, how many questions he helped to solve inside the community, right? How many users he invites to the community, how many users he invite to the Paysenger. So we track all these activities and give people the Ego tokens as our ambassador reward. The airdrops, usually we have about 30% with a very long-term vesting, but 30% of tokens into the marketing, because huge audience from us is the KOLs, and we want to give them back every time they speak about the Paysenger, and only for super valuable actions for us. If they bring money to the platform, if they bring users to the platform, we give them kind of the rewards in the tokens. It's well balanced because in one side we give rewards with tokens, in other sides people burn tokens to get new levels. If you bring 1,000 users to platform and they buy some tokens, we can give you back some tokens, right? So to not have this balanced model. Yeah, this is 3 main models. You can earn tokens in the platform. You can earn tokens being our ambassador or the community member participating in the rewards.
Cool. Awesome. Now, as you also mentioned, you have the listing today. Probably if the video is published in the next few days or tomorrow, it's already done. But you have an impressive lineup of KuCoin and Bybit. First of all, congrats for securing them. But what else? Do you have any immediate plan post listing? Is there any staking coming or anything like that for the community so they have something to look forward to this week?
Yeah. We already have a lot of activities and learn activities in the KuCoin. So we have the stake activities in the bot of the exchanges, and we have our own staking contracts. So in the personal area, if you go to egoco.in, we have for the all buyers of the token, the personal area, and you can stake tokens to get rewards. And this is one of the main, not the main, but one of the classic utility, let's say, right? So you can stake tokens to get more tokens in future.
Amazing. So from my side, I've asked all the questions, and really thanks for giving all the detail in very clear, very informative for me and the audience. But before we wrap up, do you have anything to cover from your side that you think it's important and we haven't asked?
I think the most, if you're interested in the product, right, and our company or in the tokens, the first thing you should do that we're really proud about is to download our app and to check how it works. What's UI and how it will follow you from one things to another. Because this is where we spend 1 year and the huge team members, like more than 50 people team was participating. And sorry. Yeah. And that's first you should do. The second is check our website or our bakers and partners, egoco.in. And the third one is join our socials, because in our socials, it's really fun. And we have a lot of ambassadors who create different challenges. So join our socials, become our ambassador.
Yeah. Sure. I'll share the link to your social media as well on the description of the video so the users can find easily and hopefully form the future ambassadors of the Paysenger community. With that, I really wanted to thank you again, Stan, for your time and patiently answering all the questions, especially having the listing today. I know it's a big day for you. So on behalf of the Pools community, I wish you the best of luck today. And thank you again for your time.
Thank you. Thank you a lot for hosting, for the great hosting here. Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye,
Cheers.